Happy New Year. In this video, I want to give you 4 steps to help you make 2023 the best musical year of your life. So let's dive in. Hey yo, it's Alex from My Music, and as always with this channel, it's my mission to help you, the artist, produce yourself by developing your mindset, expanding your creativity, and connecting to your music in a deeper way. And in this video, I want to go over 4 simple steps that you can use to really get a lot of momentum started in 2023 and hit your music goals. The beginning of the year is a great opportunity to clear out old habits that aren't serving you anymore and to reflect and review what was working in the previous year to double down on that and what's working in 2023. And yes, of course, you can do this at any time that you feel like you need a reset, but it's super powerful to do it at the beginning of the year, coming out of the holiday season, the holiday break, and really strike some momentum to start out the year. The number 1 is to identify your patterns, and this is going to require some reflection, some review as to how you've been interfacing with your music making, with practicing things that you want to develop skills in, with your mixing, with releasing music, whatever your goals are. Think back 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, and if you feel like you haven't really been making the momentum or getting the strides that you want towards your goals, or you feel stuck, then this is the perfect time for a reset. You're shaped by patterns. I'm shaped by patterns. We're all shaped by patterns. And yes, throughout the year, throughout time, one-off things happen. You get a boost of momentum, some unseen circumstance comes up in your life. There's a ton of one-off, unexpected things that happen throughout life. However, the things that truly make us who we are the patterns we repeat over time. The patterns that you repeat subconsciously is the engine that makes up your reality. So thinking back on 2022, you want to reflect on the good patterns and the bad patterns that you've been exhibiting in your life. So what patterns have been serving you? Maybe it's a consistent music making practice. Maybe it's something as simple as staying hydrated every day. Maybe it's something like staying connected to a community of music producers, artists, musicians that you collaborate and stay engaged and inspired with. On the flip side, maybe you have some patterns that aren't serving you as well, like limiting beliefs, a pattern of thought that keeps repeating, telling yourself you're not good enough. Maybe it's procrastination. Maybe there are things that you know that you should be doing, but you just get distracted or you avoid it by going down tutorial rabbit holes, getting distracted with other stuff, whatever it is. And thirdly, you want to identify the patterns that you desire, the patterns that aren't part of your life yet, but you know would help you and that you know you want to build and support. And I can't state the importance of this enough. We are the things that we do over and over and over. You want to consciously identify the bad patterns that you want to break. So really think to yourself, what are the patterns that make you up day after day, week after week, month after month? Number 2 is to raise your threshold, just like a compressor. And what do I mean by this is that you want to increase the baseline of what you will not allow yourself to fall below. This might feel a little counterintuitive because we like big, lofty goals, a huge vision, big plans that we're going to make happen. However, we tend to be a lot more motivated to not fall below a certain level than to reach these lofty goals. So a way to work with this is to increase the floor of your minimum standards. And what are minimum standards? Well, this could be like looking in the mirror and being like, how did I allow myself to get so out of shape, right? You've fallen below a standard that you've set. Or maybe you look at your bank account balance and you ask yourself the same question. You've allowed it to fall beyond your minimum standard of acceptance. So when you think about your music practice, making music, or any other goal around making music and creating music, ask yourself, what has been the standard, the minimum standard that you've allowed yourself to operate at? And what can you do to increase the floor, to increase that minimum standard? This would be the point when you step back and say, this is horrible. I can't live like this. I can't accept this anymore. I will not allow myself to fall to this level or below. And this is really the key to hitting your music goals. It isn't to dream bigger, although that's super important and awesome. The key is to raise the threshold of what you're not willing to accept. Okay, so when you're thinking about what goals you want to hit, what habits you want to build in this year, you don't need to expect yourself to do superhuman feats. You just need your base level to be solid and consistent over time, and your goals will be reached. Consistently being solid is way better than being exceptional in sprints. Number 3 is to identify your role models, and the more specific, the better. And this doesn't necessarily need to be in terms of the actual music, like the sound that we're creating. It's more so in terms of character traits. You want to find the people that are already doing what you want to be doing. You want to find the people who have accomplished big things in the direction that you want to go in. Maybe they've built an audience around themselves and their music online. Maybe they're touring the world. Maybe they're freelancing their services to other people, producing other people's music, mixing other people's music at a pro level. Or maybe it's a unique mix of all of these various things. To zoom out and think about what are the people that are doing the exact thing that you would like to be doing. So really take this opportunity to step back and identify the maybe 2 or 3 people that you really resonate with that are doing the exact thing that you would love to be doing. And then you want to ask yourself, well, what are they actually doing? How are they doing it? And how long have they been doing it for? If it's possible to roll back and look through their previous work that they've been doing for the last 3, 4, 5 years, that is a great place to start. Also, if you know somebody in real life who's doing what you're doing, that's even better. And beyond just observing and surrounding yourself by people who are doing what you want to be doing, who are accomplishing the things that you would also like to accomplish, it's also useful to study what are their routines, what are their habits, what's their psychology like around what they're doing. And most importantly, what are their patterns? What are the patterns that serve the people that you would like to become like? And finding specific role models that you can be inspired by to reach your own goals is super important because it makes it more real. It makes it more visceral because you found somebody real who embodies the concepts and the character traits that you would like to build within yourself. So it helps you take those crazy abstract ideas and boil it down into an archetype that you can emulate and make it your own to then reach your own music goals. Number 4 is systems versus results, okay? And results in general are a lagging indicator. And what do I mean by that? Is that it takes time for results to happen. The results that somebody experiences aren't necessarily because of the direct action they recently did. It's usually because of what they've done that's been compounded over a long time through a systematic approach. If you systematically review and reflect on what you're doing, you're going to make so much more progress than if you didn't. And it's the process that you repeat over time that will yield the results of what you want with your music. And hey, if you want to learn more about how to develop this kind of system around your creative process, around your music making, around hitting your goals, I've created a super action-packed masterclass called How to Master the 3 Secrets of the Creative Process. And I've jam-packed it full of actionable insights that I've learned over the past 10 years on my music journey. So if you want to check that out, you can find it in the link below. If you got value out of this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you want to stay in tune for the next MetaMind Music transmission, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and really just take this opportunity to take a step back and reflect, because it's very easy to focus on what you didn't do, what you didn't accomplish, versus just observing what you did do and what you did accomplish, and really start the year out on a positive step. And it's a perfect time to reset your focus by looking back at the previous year and then visualizing where you want to go in the year ahead. So I'd love to know in the comments down below, what are you going to hit this year in terms of music goals? I would love to hear what you have planned for 2023. And until the next video, I will see you in the next one.